In this training video, we are introducing you to the basic commands used to achieve a protocol state machine. It is assumed that you are already familiar with the basic maps, scripts and profiles, before proceeding with this training. If not, we would suggest you to view the scripts and profiles training videos first, and then view this presentation. Here is a simple example of establishing an ISUP call and sending traffic on established call. A script contains a basic set of commands used to simulate an ISUP call. To encode and send a protocol message, the maps uses send command. Similarly, a receive command is used to decode incoming messages and store parameters in buffer. In addition to commands, the scripts requires exchanging values for certain protocol fields. For example, in an ISUP call, user would like to change calling and called party numbers, or may want to change the frequency and power level of the tone to be transmitted. This is achieved by loading profile into the script. Profile is a set of user-defined configuration parameters stored in XML files, and when loaded, it becomes as variable for script instructions. Thus, by providing such low-level functions, the maps provides unlimited flexibility to create protocol simulation. The message forwarding happens through send command. The send command is a powerful command which will send a selected message from the maps to DUT. After this initial address message is sent, the maps has to receive the address complete and answer messages from the DUT using the receive command. Once the call is established, the send tone command is used to send predefined tones over the call. Following this, the call can be released again by using the respective send and receive commands. What you can observe here is a one-to-one correspondence between the commands and actions. Every action requires a corresponding send or receive command for respective messages. Each protocol message are also associated with the mandatory and optional protocol fields, of which some can be customized to send a message in different ways. For example, in any protocol, parameters such as the called number, calling number, and frequency needs to be defined as variable parameters. The values for these parameters are changed during the course of a call. Send and receive commands use import and export mechanism to change the values of such protocol fields. Import and export files contains absolute path of the protocol fields defined as variables. The import files are used with send command. It imports the values from profiles into the messages and forwards the message to script engine. And the export files are used with receive commands and is used to export the values from the incoming messages to internal data buffer. Now, let's see how send command works with import files and profiles. Let us consider the ISUP protocol as an example. In ISUP protocol, the called number, calling number, CIC are the parameters that needs to be imported. When send instruction is executed, the following actions take place. Send instruction picks specified message template, basically a binary file from installation directory. The decoder interprets this binary data as per the protocol standards and decodes it to a readable format. Identifies the parameters that needs to be imported using the import file, that is, a mapping between variable names and protocol fields absolute names is obtained. Now the original values in the message templates, the variables of which are defined in import file, are replaced with the values stored in the internal buffer or the profiles. And then encodes this modified message back into binary format and sends the message to DUT using appropriate transport. Similarly, receive instruction is executed when any message is received, and the following actions takes place. The decoder interprets the received message as per the protocol standards and decodes it to a readable format. Identifies the parameters that needs to be exported using an export file. And stores the received parameter values to a data buffer temporarily with the specified variable name defined in export files. The message is then encoded to a readable format. Message handler and decode commands are the next set of frequently used commands in maps scripting. With the receive command, explained in the previous slide, the script execution is halted till a known message is received. No further action will be taken till this message arrives or the timeout happens. However, if a script should handle the call flow without the prior knowledge of which incoming message is to be received, the message handler and decode commands are useful. Based on the message received, the message handler passes the execution of the script to the respective section. Now, the decode command used within the message section processes the message in a similar fashion to receive command. The decode command interprets the messages to a readable format, identifies the parameters to be exported, and then exports the parameters from the respective received messages to the internal data buffer. If a message received is unknown to maps, the default message handler section will be executed. Here is a summary of the entire message forwarding and receiving actions. First, the send command imports the parameter values from internal buffer or the profiles. Next, forwards the message with modified values to DUT. Then the receive command exports the values from the incoming message to an internal buffer. The message is then encoded to a readable format. Similarly, the next set of send and receive commands get processed.